Hi, good morning. It's Yannick. I've tried this like so many times already. The service seems to be very bad. Good morning again. It's 26th November and it's 5:14 a.m. here and yeah. Thank you first. First I'd like to say thank you to everybody who has listened to the last episodes. Who is clicking on any link I'm sending them, who is supporting any way they can. I really appreciate you. I appreciate the feedbacks, the positive and negative feedbacks. And yeah, I'll work on everything you guys suggested and I hope this gets better. I hope this gets better hearing in the next year. Thank you very much. So on to today. First, I stay in Lagos, and Lagos is mad. And work is crazy, the city is crazy, everything is just all together a very mad time. And I just wanted to share tips that got me on top of my stress game in 2019. So 2018 was like a haze, like a big fog. I planned to do a lot of things, I couldn't get them done. I was stressed from morning till night. Every day was one stress to the other because time management was not a big deal with me then. So I tried to change that in 2019. I did some personal things and told myself some things to make sure that I had a good year and that I wasn't stressed constantly at work. So I want to share those tips with you and I hope it works. So the first thing I did was I had a positive view towards everything. I felt I gave myself a personal mantra. I kept telling myself at every point that if it's something I can't control, then it's going to happen anyway. So I'm not going to stress myself or bother so much about it. And at every point that the storm was raging, I kept telling myself that there's some things you can't change. You can't change the traffic situation. You can't change so many things about your environment. For example, you're going to work, you're already prepared, then it starts raining heavily. I mean, you can't change that. Why get hungry? Why get bothered about it? Just calm down in the face of it all. It will go down when it will go down. Don't stress too much about it. You get to work late either way, so you need to just calm down first. So that was the first thing I did. I had a positive mantra for every situation that was going on around me. And secondly, I worked on time management. Usually when I close by 6, I don't know how time flies. Before I know it is 11, before I know it is the next morning and I'm tired again. So I decided to work on my time. I close by 6. Where I stay at work is very close to the office. I know that's not a situation with so many people, so I'll get to that. So I decided to always tell myself, okay, so I am going to consciously be at work I'll close by 6. I'll probably still be at my desk till 6:45 doing mundane things, sending reports or doing whatever, and probably eating. So I gave myself till 6:45 to do all of that. And after 6:45, I have to now decide to do the task I must have laid ahead of time to do that week, to be a step closer to achieving that task. So sometimes it's essay writing, sometimes listening to a talk completely, sometimes listening to a lecture online, sometimes sending out applications, sometimes it's filling out letters and forms. Whatever it is, I always set aside something that I must do every week. So that's one of the things that help you manage your time as well. When you have a task to do during the week, something that advances you personally, not your job, not related to your everyday work. It has to be something that advances you personally. It might be your business, it might be your education, whatever it is. Always have a task to do for the week. So you can always educate. If you're going home and you're always stressed, it's not going to happen every day. You're not going to get them late every day. So think about it this way. This week I must achieve this. So I must create the time in my busy schedule for me to do this. It helps you when at the end of the week you realize the things you've been able to achieve. It gives you a sense of fulfillment personally, and that kind of just helps brighten the whole mood, the whole day, and everything you've been through. So yeah. And number 3, always have something to look up to. Always have this plan set in motion. Okay, by Friday I'll be hanging out with my friends. By Saturday I'll be at that meeting. By Saturday I'll be hanging out with my kids. I'll be going to that club on Friday night to pop. I'll be, for me, cooking and reading. So like, always have something to look up to that makes you, that is like a reward for the week gone by. So that way you get to go through the week hoping for this day that you're going to chill and relax, and it gives you a positive outlook somewhat towards life, because you're like, don't worry, I want to just stress myself this week. Don't worry, on Friday I'll make it up to myself. Don't worry, on Saturday I'll make it up to myself. You owe it to yourself to have peace around you. And if you have something to look forward to, it sort of helps in giving you peace. And as well, I realized that most of the time we're always complaining, we're always grudging, we're always complaining about traffic, about work, about our sitting positions, whatever it is. We always find something to grumble about, and that is the most detrimental thing ever. We need to erase that from our mentality. We need to consciously, intentionally stop complaining, because complaining is actually not going to help anything. It's not going to help you get better. It's not going to do anything whatsoever for you. It's only going to keep hurting you mentally. So we need to stop doing that. I hope you enjoyed my talk. It's quite short. Thank you for listening though.